Harris has 8 points in the last 5 minutes. And Arkansas has now turned the ball over 5 times in the last 6 minutes.
They're a different team when he's able to score.
Mayo, nice fake lob. Paducah! Quiet here after halftime.
I think I'd wait a couple of seconds before I foul. I'd let him cross half court. I wouldn't just grab him there. Now I foul.
Mayo trying to get open. Over to Griffin for 3. Good! And Bill Self called love to the basket.
That is a tough finish right through contact. He is fearless. And that can be good and bad, but right now it's good.
Zeke Mayo, Hunter Dickinson in the wing.
I think if it wasn't for Richie Saunders, this kid might have been the most improved player in the Big 12. He's got a very bright future, the sophomore.
Saved by Arizona's Anthony Delorso, but run down by Zeke Mayo. And a fresh shot clock for the Jayhawks. Hunter Dickinson. Trading threes.
Maybe by design went right after him. Go at him again.
Hunter Dickinson in the lane. Left it short. Flory Paducah the rebound.
Got to play quick, and if the 3 is there, you must shoot it.
David Coit does, and hits.
On Fieldhouse. It may not feel like it when you're sitting here, but they've got to not fall in love with the perimeter shot. They have not established their inside presence at all. Only 2 points inside the paint.
And he's so good. That right wrist does KJ Lewis. Been playing through a right wrist injury, coming off a good game. 21 against Arizona State. Mayo jump stop. Feed and another dunk. Kind of running jump hook that he likes to take. Back the other end. Bradley couldn't hit. Dickinson the rebound. Here come the Jayhawks up 4. Adams picks up the loose ball.
Walker's battling. I see a foul coming, right? Yeah, I didn't say it that way.
Well,
you did.
Loose ball. Griffin has it. Kansas on the move. Mayo. Feed inside. Point blank look. Alabama up and Auburn in overtime here at Allen Fieldhouse. It's number 24 Arizona taking on Kansas. The Jayhawks here on Senior Day leading it by 8. Hunter Dickinson with 14 of Kansas's 28. Love.
That's a tough shot, John. That is a tough shot. I know he makes some, but man.
Score feeds the post. Harris wide open. Drills it. Lewis going to work. Lewis off balance. Mayo rebounds.
Probably not a high percentage shot right there with Lewis fading away.
Dickinson turns and hits. Point on Uzan.
Oh boy.
And they turn him over.
And you gotta get a great shot here.
Inside, great look, and the seal.
And the big news for the Red Raiders. They've been banged up a little bit, but 2 key players that have missed time recently are back for Grant McCaslin and Texas Tech. Darian Williams, Chance McMillan starting today for the Red Raiders. KJ Adams attacks the basket.
From the floor. Hammond off the bounce, the senior point guard with a runner that rolled off, and Dickinson clears it for Kansas.
I don't think Hammond needs to stop for that mid-range. I mean, he can attack the rim. Dak is drawing Hunter Dickinson more on the perimeter. Drive it all the way to the rack.
Adams got a switch from Dak, gave it up for Harris. who initiates for Kansas. Here's Dickinson. Got it out at the elbow extended. Got it back from Mayo, and Dickinson is good on the jumper.
5 starters last year. You talk about 3 NBA draft picks, 2 that went in the first round and 1 went in the highs in the second round. That's obviously going to be difficult for any team to bounce back from.
He's been searching for rotation, searching for answers. He will go deep into his bench and ride with the hot hands. Mayo ripped around the pass, and Dickinson gets the roll. And
he might be second overall because I mean, when he banged that, he meme mugged the entire KU bench.
ATO a problem again for Colorado, and look out! Situations down the stretch.
Well, winning teams have winning habits. Even though Colorado has won the last 2 out of 3 games, how they execute down the stretch, being sharp with the ball and getting stops is going to be imperative.
Jay Adams coming home and getting right so far with his Jayhawks. Dickinson giving Arturo Dean a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, they have everything going. Both ends of the floor right now. This is why Kansas is difficult to beat in this building.
Boy, the Cowboys are on the road.
Here we go.
Thompson knifes inside, misses at the cup. The tap by Avery, no. And Dickinson the loose change.
How about that outlet pass, too? It's the curl outlet pass to get it going.
Just playing with all
back door. Please. Look at the ball hop, Spiro.
Oh, Dickinson, it is an offense.
Playing against this competition in this conference, he said he's enjoyed every single second of it this season.
About a month and a half ago, inserted into the starting lineup by Kevin Young for BYU as Hunter Dickinson breaks the seal.
Come off the screen is going to be the guy that they're going to look to get involved.
It's more substitutions, including Madsen coming back out of the game. Kansas has at least stabilized. Mayo whips it to Adams. That free throw area, he loves that.
Team kind of takes that on, and I said, okay, well, fine. What have you been preaching to your team? Said we need to get better at the defensive glass. They've done a good job rebounding the ball. They are out rebounding Kansas here tonight.
Dickinson lays it in. Dawes catch and shoot 3 was off to the side. You could tell out of his hand. Another opportunity for Kansas, down 3. Mayo bounce pass and the finish with a foul. But doing good.
To the hands of Ruffin. Head of steam for Javon Ruffin, and he gets dispossessed. Great defense. Mayo from behind, and Adams on the deck, and another steal.
Fans like the scrappiness.
Colorado has been just killed by turnovers this year. They're 344th turnovers a game in the country, more than 15 per. Adams at the elbow.
Of the year last year, the Bevo Francis Award. You know where Bevo played college basketball?
Well, his name is Bevo, so maybe against the University of Texas.
No, good guess. Rio Grande College in southeastern Ohio.
That was my second guess. Paducah! Oh, my!
State. First experience with KU basketball, thanks to Coach Cal.
What a collection of talent in that group. That staff. Finish. This is KJ. Bucks are 1 for their last 8. Harrison Carrington, the former walk-on, turns it over. 6th of the game for Colorado. A 12-game losing streak this season. Get its first Big 12 win. Trying to win for the first time in Allen Fieldhouse in 42 years, but they got work to do, and that's not going to help them. Dickinson over the...
Big minutes for Shaquille Moore, who only played 2 minutes in the Iowa State game on Monday night. With Harris saddled with 2 fouls. They're going to need some playmaking from him. That's a basket.
Too easy for Hunter Dick.
Went across the country to Fullerton and really enjoying a solid 5th year in the Big 12.
Nice feed. Mayo to Adams.
Look at them push it.
Now McDaniel. A.J. Storr for 3. Huge.
Tell you one of the underrated things in basketball, Rich, what you really see going away the way of the dinosaur is feeding the post. Hunter Dickinson is really unguardable inside when he gets the ball, but Wildcats have done a good job of keeping him from getting it.
Here's KJ Adams, 2 feet in the paint.
You got to be really accurate right now and know what you're doing offensively.
Dickinson found an opening.
Leads Kansas with 53 pointers on the season. Mayo, good look inside, and Dickinson.
This is, so far, John, this is cathartic if you're a Kansas Jayhawk fan.
Bedunga inside. Nice. That injury to his non-shooting hand. They're hoping to have him back, and he stretches the defense. The ability to knock down the three-pointer. Mayo with Jones. Dickinson. 2 more comes. Norchad O'Meara puts it on the floor. Little scoop shot wouldn't fall, and it's Mayo with the rebound. Here come the Jayhawks. Griffin will try. And buries a 3. Rylan Griffin.
Good teamwork right there in that pick and roll.
Mayo, he's been quiet, hasn't scored. Adams the rebound. Toss inside, great feet, great post position.
Again, Harris, Dickinson.
Coit from the corner. Dickinson the rebound. Mayo. Good look. Adams inside and 1. KJ Adams. No foul. I beg your.
Pull-up 3 is on the way and missed by Mikey Williams, who's not hit a three-point shot all season. He's now 0 for 7.
UCF is going to have a great deal of focus on Mayo right now.
Catch and shoot 3 made in the first half this season. Deep 3 missed by Coleman. Our first tie of the game at 30 with under 8 minutes to play in the first half. Mayo on the run, blind pass. Dickinson finishes it. Cham has 8 points. He saw his minutes limited with 2 fouls in that first half.
And him out there, he adds another dynamic, especially defensively, but making a 15-footer to start.
Bedunga had to come down with the. He wants to take it himself. He does off the right side. A Cham rebound. Dickinson got a hand on that. Mayo floats it ahead for KJ. Adams lays it in. Over Bedunga and drops it home. He has 15.
Kansas can't settle. They have to continue to get to the paint. They're having a ton of success when they do get it inside.
Dickinson gives it back to Zeke Mayo. He gives it back to Dickinson, who drops that in. And he gives
all transfers.
Well, in a game like this sets itself apart. It's obvious what the stakes are. But it's hard, I think, at times to make some of the new guys understand how every time you're on the road, you're just getting the other team's best shot of the year. It's like their Super Bowl.
And I'd say they get your best shot in here too, John.
Fair enough. 3 from Manning wouldn't fall. Kansas the other way. This is Mayo. Dickinson inside, flips it up and in.
9 top 25 wins, and Jamie Dixon has 24 of those 39 in over 100 years of basketball, so put that in perspective.
Mayo looking for space, stepping back as he was being harassed by Robinson, and Bedunga throws it.
Harris waits for everybody to get set.
That's what they do. They empty everybody from the backside, trying to get Dickinson the ball.
Mayo got a pick, tried to get it back to Dickinson and did, and it's off the window and in.
Well, when he touches.
Hassan got a look. A hurried look from 3, no good.
They close out on him beautifully.
Mayo, lob underneath. Dickinson, tough catch. Got it.
In traffic, too.
At 6'9", the kick back to Jones for 3. Boy, they can't buy one from three-point land.
Good checkouts here.
That's what happened to him earlier this week in their loss to Texas Tech. The three-pointers weren't going. Look at Hunter Dickinson with a finger roll.
He's having a ball.
Self and KU.
Coach has got his feet in the paint, the lob, and the dunk.
There is Zeke Mayo moving in his 100th career start, and Hunter Dickinson on the rebound. Here comes Day Thomas, and a steal by Mayo. 2-on-1, the lob, and the finish, Shaquille Moore.
In that road win against Texas Tech, but a miss there.
Well, that's great one-on-one defense. That's a matchup I'm going to be watching all night.
Shaquille Moore, number 0 in blue, making his first start since last season at Mississippi State. And there is a quick expected.
And they've gotten so much better offensively. The area in which he probably has a small bit of concern is on the defensive side, as we've seen.
Goes to the line and gets both of them. 10-point lead now for the Jayhawks. Zeke Mayo will lob it inside. Dickinson, fantastic hands with the team that was rolling. With Sellers just playing in 2 games off the bench coming into this. I asked Johnny Dawkins about that. He said that is the unknown, how everybody would mesh.
And we almost would have liked the Vigo Coleman with a
CF team. It was really just this guy, Johnson and Sellers, who returned from that team that upset the Jayhawks here last season. The push to Harris, and he's got his second bucket. And he is produced as much as any point guard in the game.
And I like this right here. This is something that I thought we would see earlier on in the game.
Uh-oh, look out! Storr throws it down.
They have to figure out how to get unified.
Here is Moore. Brought a little more athleticism to that starting 5 for KU. This game starts with what he does on the defensive end. Harris is the strong. Mayo, beautiful pass. Adams wants to rip the rim. Hang with anybody, but Hall gets just enough. Maybe a little extension with that elbow. Keyshawn Hall will take it.
Tough shot maker right there. Keyshawn Hall getting to his spot, rising up over the top. They need a lot more of that.
And there will be more because, as we talked before tip, he's legit. He's going to be a dude in the Big 12. Kansas patient. 3 on the shot clock. Mayo, the late kick. Harris for 3 and got it.
His first bucket. He had missed his first 3 attempts. Mayo about to shoot a 3. Feeds Adams, who lays it in. Small quiets the crowd.
Gets one to just drop off the flange. Gets the members roll.
Batunga lays it in.
Jenkins over to Lesper. He has 6. Looking for more. Short on that 3. And Storr in the open floor. And he gets the Lily, and he picks up where he left off.
First 5 minutes will be critical for Brown to see if they can cut this double-digit deficit inside a couple of possessions, so you can stick with Kansas for a little bit longer here. He's done a nice job, Rich.
There's a 3 and an answer. Beautiful. Here's Lewis. That time he went off the right hand and he missed it. Inside, Adams back to the that we need to see physically, although we want to watch him in the Diamond Head Classic here at Allen Fieldhouse. Kansas dealing very handily with the Brown Bears, and KJ
guys sometimes will sprint and just wrap the ball screen and drive it downhill.
Here's Dickinson, hands it off. They got a 2-man game going. There it is. Dickinson lays it up and in. Nice play. 4 assists shy of a triple-double. In traffic, no good. Rebound in traffic, ripped by Griffin. Dickinson wants it again. He gets it, and the result is 2. Largest.
He got his hands on another. Bates downhill. Loose ball, and Kansas wins the floor burn game. Here come the Jayhawks the other way. 3 on 3.
Gotta move that ball.
Dickinson flush.
I thought Zeke.
12-point Mizzou lead.
Kansas turnovers. Adams. And one.
In blue to make a play here for KU. Kansas back to work. Here's Adams. He loves that elbow jumper.
To where you need it to be.
Harris challenging Kalkbrenner. No. Bidunga playing with 2 fouls. Able to get it back. Second chance. Mayo. Open is Harris. That 3 will fall. No.
Jayhawks in the white and the game's first possession. Zeke Mayo. Hunter Dickinson with a stop on the game's first play.
Comfortable shooting the shots they want to shoot. I want to see KU get a little bit more disruptive.
They completely somehow didn't see. Jayhawks knocking on the door of a 20-point lead, and they'll get it as Adam now hit 3, actually 4 now here today. 4 of 6.
Quite a 2-game stretch for the redshirt freshman.
Guy who spent most of the preseason in a boot for breaking his foot. 7 points off the bench. McCoy. Lob. Flory. Flush.
3. And Ravi, he's not had a breakout game just yet.
Flag lost the ball. He dribbled into traffic. The run out 2-on-1. Bounce back. Contested. And up and in. Cooper Flag has had a guy in his shirt the entire half. Ball misses.
So has Knipple.
He sure has. They got to run out Harris. Aggressive. And who's he going to? Corner ball wide open at the top. Storm. Money. Yeah. Left him wide open. Shot it right.
There is nothing wrong with that stroke. He will get on fire at some point.
Idolized Larry Bird growing up. Watched video of him throughout his childhood. Same way that Clayton Kershaw watched Sandy Koufax. Cooper Flag watched videos of Larry Bird all the time. He shoots a little bit like him. Mayo, a nice little slip pass. Dickinson gets the friendly roll. Soft touch.
This guy is a nuisance. Malik Brown.
Over Brown, no good. Griffin got the rebound and kicked it back out. Mayo stuck in there. Griffin, yes! And a block. He's got a chance for a...
They got multiple guys that can score the ball, and you see trapping Newby right away in ball screen. Dickinson ahead of the pack for the flush.
Newby on the extra pass. Ross saved it, but right to Mayo. Jayhawks on the break. Passmore. Count it. Hopefully there's no buffering for your arm wrestling. Coit over the zone. Hit.
A little bit of circle the wagon actions here. Just a little bit of misdirection to catch Rylan Griffin.
It worked.
An alum, but also doing a little bit of work. Checking out some of the pro prospects.
Do you think Darrell Arthur gets overlooked among the great players Bill Self coached because he was on such a loaded team and only stayed for 2 years?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that 2008 team had 6 guys that averaged double figures, and if he would have come back, he would have plenty of
game going. Kansas 2-0, including the big win over Carolina Friday night. Michigan State also 2-0, but they haven't been tested like they'll be tested tonight. They had wins over Monmouth and Niagara before this game here tonight. The Jayhawks with the opening possession, and no surprise, a touch for Hunter Dickinson, and Kansas leads. Whips it cross court, and Xavier Booker long on the 3. And back come the Jayhawks. Both teams want to play at a pretty fast pace, right?
Well, yeah, Kansas really needs to move the ball because this is not a pressure defensive team that North Carolina has. And Rylan Griffin just took it away.
Yeah, there are a lot of great athletes between these 4 teams, but if you stack them all up beside each other, Cohen Akara might be number 1. Number 55 in green. Trying to stay with Zeke Mayo. Former South Dakota State Jackrabbit, who is averaging 20 a game through the first 2 for Kansas. Give him an assist as the Spartans run it again, and Akins misses it.
Well, that's Michigan State basketball, not the miss, but just getting it down the floor so quickly.
Dickinson up.
A.J. Storr has to do a better job there. If K.J. Adams comes as the tag guy to take that away, he's leaving a wide open shooter.
Dickinson over the top for the easy two. In the second game, Trey Holloman. Michigan State now 1 for 14 from three-point range. Griffin sets his feet and hits.
Boy, give credit.
Extra pass. Open man. Fiddler leaves it short, gets it back, and then turns it over. Harris takes the bump and finishes. Point, I will always be younger than you. A 3-point lead for the Tar Heels in the early going. Couple of changes for Carolina, including Ben Allen Lubin. Mayo looking for Adams, now finds Passmore. Now Adams, and he lays it in. Another three for Kansas. And a steal now by Storr. Ahead to Mayo. Back to Storr.
You got to think Kansas wants to run something to get Hunter Dickinson an angle. And there it is. They cleared out the side.
Over the top, lays it in. Kansas